Hello everybody. For today's 20 for 20, I wanted to show you extension called Google Translate, and then also translate ability that is just native to Google Docs. I do want to say ahead of time that I don't speak any other language other than English, so when I do use this, just messing with it to translate languages, I don't know how accurate it is. I mean, I assume a certain amount of accuracy because it's out there and it's available, but I'm sure there are errors. So those of you who do speak other languages, maybe you could chime in on this. But I think in a pinch, these could be pretty useful. So I just downloaded the Google Translate extension. Just Google Translate Chrome extension, and you'll end up with this. And then you just put Add to Chrome, and it kind of looks like this. It's got like a G, like the Google, and then like a Asian character kind of writing behind it. Sometimes when you add a new extension, it won't show up right here. You just click the little puzzle piece. You can find it in here. If you click the pin next to it, it'll add it, just like I did with the calendar there. It'll add it up in your toolbar. So first thing that is kind of cool about this is let's see here. This is the Google, just their blog. So what I can do now that I've got it added, I can highlight text, right click, and now you'll see I have this option of Google Translate. I can click that, and I can now translate the highlighted text. So maybe to French or to Spanish, and if you hit the drop down, you'll see they have a whole bunch of other languages that they use. All right, so that's kind of cool. You can do whole documents at a time in here, but I'll show you how you can do that a little more easily just in Google Docs. So you can do it that way. You can highlight a text, and then let's see where you can highlight a text, right click, and then go to translate. You could just click this and translate one word at a time if you really wanted to, or copy paste something into there and translate it into this, all these different languages, and it will do that. So which is kind of cool. And then you can also translate web pages. Now, I want to show you that sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. So, and I think it has something to do with the type of coding they're using on the website. I'm not entirely sure. So, for instance, this Google website, you could see that they're not using a lot of text and things the way they've designed it. It looks really nice, but it seems like Google Translate, when I click translate the page, it like can't manage it. It doesn't do anything. Where if here's another website. This is it's a modern new website, but I think they're using a different type of coding, because I can go over here and click translate this page, and then my little thing comes up, and it's set to French right now. You could change that to different languages. We'll just keep it there. And you'll see it has translated to the best of its ability the actual web page into that language. And then you can show the original or just close out the translate tool altogether. So some websites seem to translate fairly well. Other websites, it's like it can't manage it, can't do it. So just keep that in mind. When it does work, when you click the extension and you click translate this page, this little toolbar will come up here, and then you'll be able to select the language and stuff you want to do that with. So it just sort of depends. And then the last thing I want to show you is, so I just went and found like a really text heavy document from my drive. You really don't want to read this probably. But right inside of Google Docs, if you go to Tools and you go down here to Translate Document, you can choose a language. So we'll do it in Spanish. And then hit Translate. It will translate it, and what's really neat about it is it automatically makes a copy. As you can see, there's the original, and then it makes a copy and it automatically titles it translated copy of whatever you had. And so you might want to go in here and put the language you translated it into or whatever. And then it, like I said, it does its best attempt to translate your document into the language you selected. Once again, I only speak English, so the accuracy, I'm not entirely 100% sure, but like I think this will be, could be helpful in a pinch for a teacher. And then this is in your drive as a translated copy as well, from wherever this was. So if this was in a folder, it'll copy it into the same folder. So hopefully you find that helpful. I'd like to, feel free to reply all, and if you've had experience with this, or if you've noticed it's full of errors or it's really accurate or whatever. But I thought it was worth looking at. So you have the Google Translate extension, and then just the native under Tools here, Translate Document option on Google Docs. Thanks. Good luck.